Yeah, happy New Year, everyone. I'm so excited to be with you guys today, and I'm very, very sorry for I've not been giving you my videos back to back. The reason is because I have been busy. I won't tell you lie. I was so busy during the November, December, and early January. So today I have time. Today, tomorrow, and on Monday I will be having my free time, and I want to use this free time to, you know, do some of my videos. So please, if you're watching me for the first time, please kindly subscribe when you're seeing this video on YouTube. On Facebook, you can help me share, like, and comment. Please share my video. I am really putting, you know, I'm really putting effort on these videos that I'm doing. Sometimes I do research to see where I have lapses and the rest. But I don't want to give up on this because I know I have good viewers that are willing to share my video, not only viewing it, but share. It will encourage me to do more of these videos. Let's go back to where we stopped um on our last video. If you can remember, we have something like this on our last video, and this is what I want to do. I want to, as you can see, let me put the add to cart and add to cart. If you come to my add to cart, you see I only have two items here on this page. But if you go to my database, I have a lot of them here. The reason is because whenever I reload this page, once I reload it, everything wipes off. You won't see any of it again, but is on our database, as you can see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so that we will anytime our uh anytime the person that is using the application reload the page, it will definitely come back to, as in it won't come back to default like the way it is right now. It will bring out whatever the person is buying, that it will show that this is what you're still buying even if you're reloading the page. So I don't know if my explanation well, but when we start coding, you understand what I'm trying to say. So, and another thing is, as you can see, even while my cat wiped off, my add to cart also, if you can remember, it was into cart. So once I reload this thing also, it will come back to default. That's the add to cart. The reason is because that's how it's been built. That's how React built its storage. That whenever it goes into the memory, it's there on the memory. Nothing can take it out. But whenever the user click on that reload page, it will wipe off. That's the price. The browser will wipe it off. So that's why um as a developer, you need to know how to um store it in the local storage or the source the local storage or the section storage. The reason why I'm talking fast, but I'm sorry about that. So now what we are going to do is we are going to store these things on our local storage. In fact, we are going to work more on our APIs. Yes, we're going to work more on the APIs, and I believe I've talked to you about the API, how to post, delete, and the rest. I've talked to you about it before. If you haven't, seen that video, please I would like to go back to see how, to get the API to post and delete and whatever. So now let's jump into our our coding. Now this is what we are gonna do. We are gonna get these things. Yes, we are gonna get it because the reason we are gonna get it because we are not gonna use this uh cat anymore. Let me show you something in let me come here. There's our context API. In our context API, we have what we call the cards. Yeah. I don't know why my system is slow, but please you can bear with me. We have what we call the cards, and whenever this the um the browser reloads, our cart goes empty. That's fine. That's fine. That means we are progressing. So what we are going to do now, I'm not going to use this card anymore. I'm going to take it from the API. That's from our back end. So let's see how we are going to do this. Let me leave here. I'll take it from here. Let me see. Router.get. Router.get. I'll call it get item, get item. Then I'm gonna use sorry, a sync function, a sync in, and I'll also use I don't know why my man is why and see I don't know why my system is slow. Sorry. Yes, why else is what is wrong, man? I don't like this. My keys, and I just bought another keyboard. I don't know why. Maybe I need to change my system. Yeah, I think so. Request and response. Then, as you can see, it's low. So what I'm gonna do now is to create um, a variable. I'll call it item bar. Item equal to what am I gonna do now? And since we have the async function, then I'll give a response to it. Then I will call our post. But what I'm gonna do now, there's a function in a SQLite. I really love SQLite so much. It has everything you want. So I'll say find all. So now I'm fine that I've found all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to okay, let me rec and JSON. Let me put this item. Let me just copy it instead of because my keys giving me problem this morning and I don't know why. Maybe I need to flush some virus on my system. So now we have this. I can also console it. Let me console it. Let me put the same value here. Now, I bet you it will work, but let's just use our Postman. That's our API tester. I will come here. It's a gets. Okay, then I'll use the local host. Oh, okay. So let me see. Why is it taking time? It's taking too long. Let me see what's going on. Okay, sorry, I didn't save it. I'm sorry about that. I didn't save it. Why? My system, please, why are you doing me this? Man, see, I'm trying to, save it and it's not working. I don't know. Please, I'm very sorry about it. Let me use that. I don't know why. Ah, there's problem. Oh, the thing has refused to save. I want to restart it. That's just the problem. And it's not working. Hmm. Maybe I should just delete. I should delete this and run another terminal. The that. So let's go back to our API tester and see what we have. So if I send it, it's saying could not get response. Why? I'm not sure this thing is short. Well, post item, get item, get item. Oh, sorry. What's wrong with me? I'm using response. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. You're welcome, now. Why is it taking time, man? Oh, thank God, it was. So as you can see, this is all that we have in our database. As you can see, we have a lot of them in our database. We have a lot of them. But in our front end, we only have two because they all was whenever we reload the page, it will wipe off. But definitely we have it in our database. So this is not a good idea. So what we are going to do now is we're going to take it, we're going to get it from the back end. I'm sorry about my lights has gone off. So I want to put on the generator. Hold on. I'm coming. Yeah, sorry for the break. I went out to put on my generator. So as I was saying, you can see now that we have all that we have in our database here because we have the get method. We are using the get method right now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this thing to the front end, and I want you to see something. Come in. I want to put this one there. Okay, now, okay, this is it. We have it here also because I console logged it, but that doesn't mean anything. So I'll come here where we have our cards. Let me see. Our cards.js. coming on. So now what we are going to do right now is we are not going to use the this contest consumer anymore because we're not going to be using the cats any longer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off for no reason. I don't know why my system is hanging or why my system is slow. Let me take this out. Let me save it here because I'm going to be using some of HTML. So now we have this. So what do I want to do? I want to bring these things to our front end. So I'm going to use the Axios. So I'll come here where we write our JavaScript to say, okay, let me make this thing so that the error will go out. Okay, let me just give it a gibberish character. So now I want to come here to say Axios dot get item. See, my system is slow, but I believe we are getting it right. So let me copy this the API, then let me come here to paste it. So we have this. Then let me say something like a promise. I'll say then let me say response. I normally use response. Then I'll say um if there's if there's response, there's the data that we are looking for. I want to do something. First of all, I think I should also log it. Let's see. Why response? You see? I didn't spell it well. I think this is the correct spelling, though, but I don't know, but I call it response. But that's not the issues. If I want to get correct spelling for something, I'll just go to my Google, then check. I don't want to stress. I don't want to start having a bit on spellings. So I'll say let me log it. Let me just log it. I'll say console log our response the data. So I copy, I keep spelling it the same way I want. So now let's say else, I'll say else, let me string this, no data file, say no data file. So let me save it. I want to save it. Let me come to our, let me come to our inspect, then I'll check it here. Man, I'm angry with my system. It's giving me problem, man. I wish one of you would just say, Uncle George, let me get you a good system. I'll be very happy. Um, so now I'm logging it. That means there's a problem, uncaught error. That means I have problem. Let's see what the problem is. Let me see my I think I have, let me see. Undefined. It's telling me undefined. Here, let me go to both. I think uh, 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 as you the gets, then item for no reason. I don't know why it's giving me error because we've tested it. We've used our API tester to test it, and it worked fine over there. So I don't know why in this place it's saying error. Should it be that? Let me um let me start it. But I definitely know that it's uh, what error is still giving me this thing. Yeah, I've got it. Look at the data that we are looking for. So that means we have our details here. So now what we are going to do now is to print it out for, you know, our user to see whatever they are buying or whatever they bought. So let's go back to our code. I will come here to use the one of the React hooks, and I've taught us about the React hook. It's short. I made a mistake. Hold on. I taught us about the React hook, and what we are going to do is I'll come here to say should I use uh, what should I use? I say item board. Should I use the item board again? And let's use it. Item board, and we're going to do the sets item. Oh shit, what is this now? Why is the system frustrating? Set item bar, then I will use our new states. Oh, they brought the light back. Let me change over. I'm very, very sorry. This is why I like or I love doing it in my other place that like nobody called near my office, because of this power issue. I'm coming. Let me go and change over. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry for that break. I really need to change over because fuel price is very, very high already. So I'm trying to manage. So now we have our use states. Let me make it an object. So now we have the use states. So what we are going to do, because I want to print these things out. So I am going to say the sets item board, set item BOUPHT, then I will say response the data you and is response the video. I didn't spell this correctly. So now we have the set item birth. So I want to print it out so that our user will see whatever they are buying. So what I'm gonna do now is I told you I'm gonna use some HTML elements here. So what do I need to do now? If you can remember, I told you something about styling. I told you I won't be, showing how I style. If you want to style, yeah, so many places you can get uh, uh, formats, or you can get whatever you want to style. So me, I don't want to. It's not that I don't know how to style. I will style. I can style very well, but styling is not the reason why we're doing this tutorial. Yes, but as you can see, I also style, so and you can see how my own is. You can also do better than I do better than I'm doing. So now I want to print these things out. I think I may use the class. I have one class here. Um, okay, let me say this. Let me call it the class rule. I will take it here and put it here. So now I will take my to write the Java script. I'll say item birth item BOUGSD. I think I spelled right. So if there is item birth, I want to do this. This is what we call the ternary operator. I've taught you this also. So if there is nothing inside of cats, I want to take this. Let me bring it here from there. I think it's here. Close it. Then I'll put it here. It's gonna work. And let me take from here. Let me see. It's working. So let me pick this our HTML elements. I'll take from here. I'll take from here. Let me see. I have total also. Copy. I know so many people will be saying these jobs. I mean, the job look very rough. Yes, it looks very rough because I probably don't have time to style it very well. If I really want to style it, these things I'll put them in another um in another what? So if I really want to style it, I'll put it in another context. So they will have their own different context. I don't know why my system, but I'm very sorry about my system this morning. But I think we are working towards perfection. So now let me save it. Let's see how our page look like. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. It's the reason why I don't like doing in CSS, because I would want to make it look very, very neat, and it will take our time. That's the reason why I don't like doing the CSS in my tutorials. I always do it in my own time. So let's see. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's compiling. Let's see. Five. Compiling. Wow. So we have the things here. Really, I'm blushing. So we have the image price. That means we have um these things inside of our database. We have 20 of them. So, and if you even look at this thing, you find out that we have the same ID, like there are no more than 5. These things we have here, there are no more than 5 items. But because we didn't restrict our user, because whenever they post item database, we accept it. But whenever they reload these things, it will go out of I don't know why this thing is saying ASUS error, but I'm gonna fix it. That one is no problem. It will, where did I stop? It will wipe off, and we will get it. So let me see why this thing is telling me ASUS problem. Let me see again. Okay, ASUS error. So let's see. I don't know why I'm having this problem, but ASUS error, blah, 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 blah. Let me see what the problem is. But then response, let me see. Response. But this shouldn't be the response. Shouldn't be a problem. Why? For no reason, I don't know why this is giving us problem. It's compiling. What's up? Okay, let's see. It's still doing the same thing. And I'm not even having I'm not having I want to see where the problem is coming from. I think let me just pause this video. Let me see where the problem is coming from. Once I see what the problem is coming from, I will show you. Man, I'm sorry. I found where we are having this problem. Since I'm taking from the back end, and it's a get request. So the server, I'm getting from the server. So the server runs whenever the server, reruns. it will bring this error because there's nothing to get it back. So now we are going to use what we call the use effect. I'm sorry. So I'll take this again. I'll say use effects. Oh, I spelled very well. Sorry about this. Okay. Oh, sorry. So the open and close bracket is to make sure it only loads runs. If I remove it will keep getting. But so I wanted to get it just once. So now let me save it. Compiling. Let's see. It will go. Ah, why? Why again? I'll get it. Just please, just give me just 1 minute. I'll get it. For no reason, this is just frustrating me, but I have checked and there's nothing to to add and there's nothing to remove. I restart my terminal. So maybe I don't I I don't think it will do that error again. But I've started my terminal and as I started my project and up to now it's still the way I want it to look like. So let's continue. I hope it will just stay this way. But initially I didn't put the use effect. I just explained what the use effect does. So now let's use should I take these things? Should I put them in um another component so that it will look clean here or cleaner rather? But we just have to. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time. But React give us the privilege to do that. I just need to copy all this, then create a component, and then I will import the component here so that I can use it. But I don't want to do that. It will take more of my time because I am taking much time on this video, which I'm not supposed to. So now let me bring our. But I really hate what this my system is doing right now. I don't know. Maybe I have a lot of things stored on our system. So let's uh, bring out um, our stuffs. I call it our stuffs. So I'll say item board. Then I want to map those things. I'll say item item board dot map. Then I will give it a value and I'll give it a key. Then I'll bring it out here. Then what else do I need to do? I'll say I want to return this. And once I return it, I want to give it a leaf. See, my system is very slow. These things are tax for long and it's just coming. Div. Then let me give our div. React will always ask for this key. So I call it key. So now, so what do I want to bring out right now? I want to bring out the pictures because we have first the image. I'll come here to pick up the image and okay, I'll bring it here like this. Hold on. Okay, let me give this a class name. Or this. Then let me pick up the picture. That's the photo. Copy. I think I should just bring everything. Let me see. No, let me take it one after the other. I'll bring this one here. Let me take from here again the price. The price. What else? The increase and decrease birthing. What else? The delayed birthing. And let's see the total. Let me just stick everything here. So now let me communicate cleaner. Man, I don't know. Okay, I want to leave the button this way. So now let me see. Now I will have if I can select it, allow ID. Yes, that's fine. Increase. Okay. Now let me just see something. It's compiling. Okay, saying the decrease, increase, and delete are not functions. So I'm gonna create a function for these guys. So I'll come here. I knew I'm gonna have a bug. So I'll come here to say const because what's the name? I call it decrease. REASE decrease. Then let me give it ID as a promo. Come here. I'll do the same thing for, okay, let's say log. Let me log the ID. Why my system going too slow? I hate this, man. I'm supposed to have the shortcut. I want to do the shortcut. So I'll call it ID. So let me do the same thing for the increase and delete button. Copy. So I'll call this one increase. Increase, then I'll say delete. So now I have the delete item. Okay, it's called delete item. Oh shit, sorry. Let me just items. I spelled right? So now once I save it, I promise you in my next video, I'm going to work on my system. It won't be hanging this way. It will be very, very fast. So now, it's compiling. Let's see. Let's hold on for it, okay? So now I have this. Well, I have done it now. Decrease is not defined. I've done it. I made it defined. I defined it. Okay, it's giving me a big error. Let me see what the error could be. My problem now is just my system, nothing else. So it's saying this is not a function. Let me see. I think if I console log this item bot, I will have, okay, value. Uh-huh. ID, value.id. I don't know why this thing, maybe if I want to put off my system now, we lose this tutorial. That's not the problem. Because what I'm doing here is correct. They are all correct. Yeah, I have the photo. I have the photo here, value. Uh-huh. Yeah, I have the value dot price. I have the value dot count. Yeah. Value dot count. Yes. So I don't know why. I don't know why this thing is doing this way. I think I'll pause this video. Let me do a proper checkup and then I'll come back. Ah, man. For no reason, I checked everything and there's no there's nothing to change. I only did I didn't put but that shouldn't be the problem why it's giving me that error because I used what I did was to say okay, if the item bot dot length is greater than 0, you should have this image. Yes, but that shouldn't be the cause, or that wasn't the cause of why the thing is giving us that error. So after checking everything, I couldn't find anything. So I had to, refresh everything. Like I refreshed my terminal and I, check and the whole error wiped off. As you can see, this is how it works before. So I don't know. And another thing again, I didn't use the dot ID because now I want to console log the value. So then from the value, I will take whatever I want inside of or value. So that's it. I didn't do anything. I think because my system is not fast. So I think maybe there's there's an issues with the system and the browser maybe. So it's not connecting fast. So though I've refreshed everything. So that's it. Now let's work on our our functions. So now let me do the increase first. What I want to use here is let's say, let me remove all this and let me take my from here. So what I want to use here is, for instance, as you can see, I have this picture, I have it here, I have it here, I have it here, I have it here, I have it almost everywhere. So don't worry, we are going to filter that. So now what I want to do, as you can see, the styling is not that neat. At least this should have been straight. This one also straight, but if I really want to do it, I will do it. But I just want to make sure make you understand what the JavaScript is. So now what I'm gonna do now, as you can see, let me use the increase button. If I increase this button, you'll see now that I have these values. Remember, I have the value here. That was what I did here. See, the system is still slow. So I have, see, it's loading. I don't know. So I have the item bot mapped here. So that's where I collected this value because I make the value to, whenever I click, the value should come up. So now all I want is I want to increase this value so that once I'm increasing, it will definitely increase on our account. So now I will say, let me remove this, my log. I'll say, let me call it increase, map increase, map increase. Is equals to, I think we are gonna use the id dot counts. Sorry, it was supposed to be const. Then what I want to use is I want to use my id dot counts. And is it count? We call it count here. Total price. Okay, we call it counter, sorry. So I'll say id dot counter. So if I select this, select it, gonna those days when if I type, my system will just bring out this thing. I think I have a lot of things going on this system. Let me just be going console the blog. So let me see. Okay, like copy. Then let me increase it. Let's say +1. Let's see this. So let me save it. Even my picture is kind of slow, as in like it's slow after I must have demonstrated with same when I interpret. But I don't know. It's saying, oh shit. Console. I pray this tutorial comes out well. Because see, it's not, it's giving me after effect. So let's see. So now let's use my increase. Let me delete this. Consider this. Let me delete this without I'll have space. So let's see. Filing very slow. So I will come here to the increase, are we? So you see, we have 41. You see, it's already counting because we have 4 here. It added 11. If I click again, you say, okay, let me click this one. This one will give me 11. This one will give me 41. This one will give me 11 also. So it's adding 11, 11. If I click, let's say this 41 now, I click another one, you see 41, 41, it will just add, what is adding is 1. You understand, to this, because I have, let me take out everything. Yeah, let me show you something. I want to take everything out. Delete row, apply, finish. So let me come to this place. I don't think I will be having anything here again. It's gonna tell me currently empty. Let me add guides. So let me show you. So I have 3 items in our database. So if I click, remember we have 1 here in our database. That's why it's printed 1. That's our counter is 1 already. So if I'm going to add another 1 here, it will only add only 1. Can we try? So if I add here, it will give me another 1 here. So even if I add another 1, it will still give me that 11, 11. It's still telling me 11, 11. So this is not what we want to do. So what I will do, I will first of all make an increase so that once I click, it will increase first of all. Then I will come here to say, let me add the +1. So I'll say cons add counter is equal to my map increase. Map increase +1. +1. So let's console log this add counter. So now I'm gonna save it. Then let's go back to log. It's compiling. Let's hold on for it to finish compiling. It's taking time. So it's finished compiling. So now once you see, it's giving me 2. So if I add, it gives me 3. If I add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it will keep counting because of, just as I told you, that already we have 1 database. So if I come here to say counter +1, it will only add 1 to it. So for us, what we need to do is to make sure we tell our computer that we want to increase the value. Without you telling your computer that you want to increase your value, it will just feel like you just want to add one to any figure that you have on the on what's it called, database. That means if you have 50, then if you put one, even if you have 50, if you put one, it will give you 501. That's what I told you. What it's saying is you want to add that one to your database. So as it is now, you told your computer that you want to increase this value. So your computer now say, okay, you want to increase. What do you want to increase it with? You want to increase it by one. I don't know if you're having problem. You can always call me. You can always chat me. My email, I always use my email whenever I want to do one or two. So you can, get me online anytime, any day, and ask question. So now we have this. So what do we want to do? We want to, as you can see, want to make it that whenever this thing is increasing, the price will also, the total will also go the way the price is increasing. That means what we want to do, we want to multiply our quantity to our price to get the total figure. So what I'm going to do now is to save. I'll come here. Let's remove this. I'll say ID the total. Is it total? I'll call it total, right? Let me see. It's right off. I think we'll call it total. Let's go to it's called total. So now I will say ID the total is equals to my add counter times ID dot price. So now our total will increase. So if we want to check if really our total has increased, what I would do is to create a variable. I will call it total increase. Total increase is equals to ID dot total. ID dot total. So now let's let me console it. I want to be consoling it so that you understand what we are doing here. So I'll say log. I want to console it. I think I should stop waiting for this thing to come up. I should just be typing. It's like the typing goes faster. I'm just saying. So I'll come here to put it. Let's see. Save it. It's taking our time to compile. So let me see. So if I click on this, you see, we definitely have to, if you can see very well, we have to. So 2 times 6,000, that means we are having the 12,000, which is we are progressing. So if I add another one, which is 3 times 600, we have the 18,000. So now we have this. So now we have this. What do we want to do with this? what we want to do with this is to take it to our back end. So how do we want to take it to the back? Sorry, I'm talking too fast. So how do we want to take it to the back end? So now remember in our context API, let's go back to our context API. We have this, the is it increase? Okay, we have the increase. So what I want to do, I want to comment it out. Let me comment it out because we are not using it any longer. So what I'm gonna pick is I'm gonna pick this IP. Let me just copy everything. No, let me just pick the API. Sorry, I'm saying IP. Okay. So let me go back to our cracks components. So now I want to run a function here that says we should put. So I'll come here to say I want to put Asius dot put. So yes, our ID is here. Then I'll say, please hold on, I'm coming on. So I'll get back shortly. Welcome back. So sorry, I have something on the fire. You know, I live alone and I cook by myself. So as I was saying, so now this our ID. I think okay, let's create a variable for our ID. I'll call it let me remove this. Should I leave it? Let me leave it. Let me say const ID. No, it will conflict. I'll say product ID. Product ID is equals to item dot item. Hold on. Can I see what I use? I use item ID. Okay, I'll say ID dot item ID. So now I have the item ID. So all I just need to do here is using this. I'm gonna use this copy, then I'll put it here. So now I have the product ID. So what I'm gonna do here is to send a message to our backend that I am putting this thing that I want to, you know, edit or I want to put new value. So I'll come here. Let me delete this. I don't need this. I don't know this. Yes, I need this postcode. Remember, in our postcode, in our put method, we have the total and the count. So all I need to do is to take this thing. I will say my count UNT is equals to my counts. My count. What is my count here? Okay, it's called app counter. Copy. I think I'm not done mistaken. Okay, it's called add counter. So my add counter, then what else do I call this? I call this um total. Total. My system is fucking slow. I call it total. Total is equals to, I said, I call this one total increase. So now we have everything running. So I don't think there's any need for promise. So let me remove this console. So now let's save it. Filing. Then let me see. So let me come here to see why. Why? Let me respond. Okay, yeah. Okay, there's something I need to do. It works rather, it works, but I need to make sure whenever I click immediately it will appear. So I need to use the window. Let's see, it's 5. It's working. It's working. So I need to use a function called um, um I can't remember the name of that function right now. I think it's window dot location to be true. Yes, let me bring it out. Well, I think it's because my system is slow. Rather, I've been complaining about the performance of my system. It's very slow, but I bet you it's working perfectly because now I've used my window dot location dot reload. So it's working the way it should, but it's kind of slow. If my system wasn't slow, immediately I click this button, it will, push up the dusting and bring out my um value. See, it's slow, it's very slow. See, it has become 2. If I add, it will become 3. It's very slow. I'm telling you the truth. So see, it's very slow. So it's now 3. So 15 times 3 is 45,000. What I did is I I post this thing as in I put this thing to my back end. I telling my backend that I want to increase my my whatever that I'm buying. So then the backend accepts it. This is the backend accepts it. After the backend accepts it, it's now uh, uh, went back to my get what's it called, my get item here. So that's how it works. So I will do the same thing for the decrease, but it's still the same way I did for the what's it called, the uh for the increase. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just copy all this. I'll copy everything. Then I'll just do what? See, I'm trying to come down. My system is you know, very, very slow. I promise you, my next video, I'll make sure everything is okay. So now in this place, I'll tell my backend that I want to reduce this. So I'll come here to say I'm reducing it with minus one. So yeah, that is all for this. So now my decrease. Let me see. So for my decrease, I don't have much to do. All I just need to do is coming to the way this thing is even frustrating me. I don't like it. I wanted to go to this week. Let me see. I'm coming. Let me refresh this system again. I'm sorry. Well, I have refreshed it. I refreshed it. I want to see. I pray it works well. So in our deletes, we don't have much to do on our deletes. All I just need to do is create the variable of delete. I'll come here to say const item deleted, item it's equals to my ID, item of ID. No, sorry, ID dot item ID. So I have this. So what I'm going to do is to take the API. There's my context API. Then let me also comment this out. So this might be so I'll just take here. Copy. I will Asius, Asius, delete the plates, call it item deletes. Item. So I think this one we don't have much to do here. We don't have much to do here. So don't have much to do here. Let me go around to see if they'll be okay. All I need to do is dot then if there is response. So if there's response, there's response dot data. I don't even think I'm putting this. your data. But it has not itself. But if there's response, I want to do this. Yes. So let's see. Let me comment this one out also. We don't need them anymore. Why is it giving me the red? Sorry. See, it's very, very slow. I don't know why my system is slow. It's very slow. By now it's slow. You know? You now see, you see how long it takes this system to, you know. So now let me see. It's compiling. I think I'm going to end this video here and work on my system before I, do the other one. Slow, very slow, very slow. It's coming up. Okay. Now let's try the minus slow, but we should just be patient. I bet if you put it in your own system, the way I work on this, it will work. You see, we have 6 now. It has. Let's delete and see. So we don't have that one anymore. So our next tutorial is see, now we have our cards. No matter what the user reload it will still come out the way it's yeah, we have it on our database. So my next video will be you see, now instead of us to have our in cards button here, we are supposed to have in cards. You see, we don't have in cards. So the user would think maybe all that he has gotten has been wiped out. He will keep sending these things to the back end. You see, we have the in cards now. If I come here now, you see now that I now have the same product here in the back end. So this is not what we want to do. You see, if I could go back to this, we still have the in cards, but whenever I reload it, it will vanish. Just as I told you from the beginning, that's how it's been built. That's how React is being built. Whenever you reload it, the memory will wiped out. So what we are going to do in our next video is I'll add these things to local storage. But first of all, I want to thank you for taking our time despite my computer, I don't know what went wrong with him, but I promise you I'm gonna fix it in our next video and everything will be working perfectly. I promise you that. And please kindly subscribe to my channel on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're seeing it on Facebook, you can like, share, and comment. But I beg you, make you be help me to share out. I love you guys. This is my first video for the year, and I wish to be giving you back-to-back videos. Like we still have so many things to do on this application, and if you're going through my application, you find out that I don't edit my content; it's raw. So if you really want to go into web application, you can also contact me and get advice from me. You can also get advice from other people, but I'm open. All right, we'll see on our next tutorial. Thanks for watching this particular one, and God bless you. I'll be back, and you get the new um you'll get latest video. All right, bye bye.